Hi, welcome to the stream. There's Football Manager. Great. So this should be episode 55 of our Hobo To Hero Football Manager playthrough thingy. And if it isn't, I miscounted. But, I think I'm fairly certain in the situation. Also, camera's not correct. That's better. A little bit at least. You don't want to see my balls. Well, so last time we realized that we have a staff problem. In fact, we have a problem with no staff whatsoever. But first of all, let me show you the new creation that I had going in FM23 too. We have AI generated player faces now. I should probably skip through the stuff here. This is all new gens. Well, not all of them, but most of those that have faces these days are new gens. So here's an example. Ahmad should be a new gen. As well as Sync here. I don't know about him, probably not. So now we know our players by their faces. This is Zakaria, by the way. We probably should remember this. Well, if he remains with the club, that is. But I'm hoping for that. So, yeah, what's the goal for today? To be honest, I have no idea. I didn't make one. The stuff with the player faces got me so busy that I forgot about it. Yeah, so plan for today, I guess we want to make it through preseason. Hopefully without any people being hurt. Maybe with some additional friendlies. Well, it's unlikely that Sarawak accept this though. And ideally, I want to earn some money. That said, I doubt that. Oh. Great. So our affiliate club is too far to travel. Fantastic. Oh, we can travel to Kuala Lumpur though. Hi! Thank you very much for not smashing the window this time, Chernald. That didn't startle me that much. Also, great positioning on the sticker. This is fantastic. This is exactly what I'm doing right now where I'm working. So, we could... Not funny. Also, we could travel to Sabah here. You can't see it right now. There it is. So we could travel to Sabah. Or we could travel to Kuala Lumpur. And apparently we would get some money. So obviously we'll start with the rival Sabah. Or not, because it's too far to travel. Either of them. Yeah, great. Good having this talk. I have no idea how this league works. Can we arrange friendly with anyone else, maybe here? There's really only Kuching, isn't there? Great. So we'll play some random teams here. Maybe we get some offers, that would be great. I doubt it though. I also wanted to look if we can request something from the board. Well, I mean, I guess that's all true too. So I didn't figure out yet why the staff wages went down to 50 euros. I have no idea. I tried Googling, and apparently it's been an it's been an issue for like 10 years in Football Manager that this happens from time to time. In both directions, by the way. There's also clubs and the staff is willing to work for 6 euros a week. So that's a thing too. At least we have these two friendlies, and Sarawak declined, so we will rearrange that. I don't know. Somewhere around here, I guess. Yeah. That's all. Not really fine. So my biggest concern here is that the entirety of the rest sessions here is usually done with that should be recovery sessions. And we don't have those anymore. As a result, sharpness will be really low. And susceptibility to injury will be really high, so we really need a physio, but I can't find one. There's nothing I can do about that. We have a ton of money, we're not allowed to spend it. And I don't think it has anything to do with the wage budget. Scouting budget neither. Obviously, we could try to adjust the budget here again, but, well, we can't. Because we're over the wage budget. So all we can have a look at is players and how they're doing. Diego's hurt? Not good. Maybe put him in his place. What could possibly go wrong? Yes, I think we did yesterday though, on your advice, if I'm not mistaken. But sure, we can. I think I tried signing a physio that wants €2. It makes no difference. They don't care. Everybody well, that's not true. Most of them want the same amount of money or similar amounts. The lowest I could find is approximately 120, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the wrong menu. Where is it? Here. So it's still set here. Sorted by world reputation and physios only. This is the trashiest physio that I could find, but we might as well use Rumley. Okay, he wants 325, so let's go with one that has no idea what he's doing either. 170 for under 19s rule. If you have any other ideas, feel free to share. Here, 2 points of physiotherapy. No idea what he's doing. 220 for under 19 rule. So I honestly, I'm out of any ideas. We can also just sort any stuff like this. So this guy wants to be a fitness coach with 5 points of fitness coaching. 230 for under 21's role. So, okay. Let's see. We go about it like this. We just look at the wages. There's a bunch of amateurs here, so I don't know, maybe sign this coach. I don't want this coach, I just want to find out if their wages are lower. 110 for an under 19 role. So if we were to sign him as a coach, we could go up as high as 60, actually. So that's €10 higher than what we're allowed with the physios. I have no idea how this happened. Funnily enough, so yeah, but what would the primary role be? Like the problem is, oh, is this assistant? No. Triple A physio second role. I don't get it. Yeah, but I don't. I want to save the wages. That's why we fired him in the first place. So obviously I can't sign, I don't know, an assistant manager, okay? Let's go assistant manager. So we sign him. Okay, maybe not. But for 85 he won't work. This is a ton of money apparently, according to the current staff budgets or whatever it's called. I do, yes. So let's say we suggest to him to work as an assistant manager at all. He doesn't want to. This is lower than 50% of what he expects. So that'll not happen. And it's very similar with all of these here. Physio on 140. The striker is on the lower end of my priorities right now. That won't help. So what's available? Well, funnily enough, looking at our own stuff, so I earn 300 right now. We have a head of youth development here. He works for 275. We just extended his contract. He went down 25 euros. Great. We have a fitness coach. That fitness coach works for 240, and I think he's okay. So, do we want to keep him? Okay, cool. Let's try something. No, he doesn't want to talk to us. Who else? Goalkeeping coach. Okay, that's shitty, but whatever. Can we find better goalkeeping coaching? Not that we can... Not that we can actually pay them. So... This would be better. Not by much, but it would be better. 275. We can offer 60. But for our current staff, we pay him 240. Okay, so let's try to extend his contract. You see? We can offer up to 300 to him. For some weird reason. And I have no idea why that is. There's no sense to any of this. I don't get it. Now, obviously I could slap in a physio here, but he has physiotherapy 1. Or 2 maybe. It's a 1. So... Sure. We can try. For some reason he doesn't like it. So I'll walk away from this now, but... Yeah. I'm confused by all of this. It seems like we have a fifth of the wages that would be appropriate available to us, so... Yeah. If you have any ideas, feel free to share. But I consider this a bug. Also, apparently, Cushing won the friendly. But it seems like nobody got hurt, so that's a positive. And it's the same for the sports scientist, by the way. So this is also why there's nobody applying for the position. The wages are way too low. That's... There's no cheap general coaches for some reason. It's the same. So, wage expectations overall... This, by the way, is from the... This was the script from the AI-generated faces inclusion, so, yeah. In case you worry, there's also the second manager up here, the regen guy that is on permanent holiday. I just used him, that character to do the faces stuff. So in case that ever comes up again, yeah, that's what it's there for. Anyway, where was I? Assuming I could find a general coach. So let's go with coach. There's barely any assistant manager here, but say we sign a coach. Well, I don't know, somebody. Doesn't matter. He's fickle. 400. Nick. 475. We can pay 60. And it's like this all the way. Okay, say we sign him. He's on a 110 contract now. He would work for 190, but we can offer 85, so that won't happen. Now, he's employed. So he anchors his wage expectations with the current wage at the club. But assuming we use somebody that's unemployed, 500. So let's go, I don't know. This rock bottom. Close enough. 325. We would need somebody that has high loyalty, no ambition whatsoever, and as you can see, they still want 200 something in the under 19s, and we can offer 50. The problem is not the 200 something. We paid that previously. The problem is that all of a sudden we can only offer 50, and I have no idea why. So now that I ranted on about it for 10 minutes, we'll just live with it. And spoiler alert, off stream, I went into this for 15 minutes and I offered contracts to like, I don't know, 50 people or something. It's all of them. There's not a single exception. Apparently we make money. The wage budget is too high. Well, we're slightly over the wage budget. But projection says we make money. Nope. Nope. We're fine. This club is not run by Mies, so no debt. So now we can loan out all of the youngsters here. Abdullah's a balanced guy, and well, the Youth Academy club is willing to loan him, so let's try. You can have him if you pay his wages. Oh, you don't want to pay that much. How about you pay 20% of his wages at least? That would be great for me. That's fine with them. Cool. That's great, Mies, by the way. I'm really happy for you. They're the oldest players. Okay, let me sort this first. They don't want to pay that much. Well, that's fine. I'll accept this. And 21 players do not get a single offer. Kelantan signed somebody. Johar is said to be out on loan, which is alright. Don't know who that is. Go away. Same. Okay, so let me rate this. Yeah. That's... I think that is the price of success. So... the secret seems to be that you need to have income, not money. That's why I usually focus on selling players not for an immediate fee, but for, well, it depends. If I want to build a training center or something, I want the fee immediately. But usually I try to go for some sort of staggered cash flow. And the easiest way to generate that is to have payments throughout 3 years in Football Manager. It's a bit weird, but the result is that the players don't think the club has too much money, but you have a ton of income. So a ton of income is decent. You basically generate your own bond, if that makes sense. And funnily enough, that works. Because the players do not consider you to be rich. So they don't expect you to throw all of the money down their throats. No performance on the list either. No scout. So, do we remove him from the not interested list? I think we'll keep him there, I'm not interested. From Sudan, yeah, that's great and all, but I don't care. Staff meeting. Alright. So let's see. You ask for a striker, but first we want to have a look at players that might do staff duties. Okay. So let's go through them. The oldest player we have is 28. He doesn't even have staff attributes. But I like the idea. So let's go to the scouting menu. Let's throw... That's great. Let's throw this in too. For some reason my phone's making noises all of a sudden. Well, you know, on the speakers. I had problems with the connection today, and now all of a sudden it's back. And it's starting to make noises. Which is really weird. Anyway, let's add this player. Should be somewhere in here. Order is... older, yeah. Stumbling into German words. There should be his squad member. Yeah, that'll probably be the thing, yeah. Messi or Ronaldo. They will well, at this time, they might actually work. But not for us. Where the hell is it? It's also non-player. There's a whole bunch of not that many people here that fulfill that clause. So let's have a look. Let me guess. He doesn't want to work as a scout. I don't know who that is. But I will have a look. Mark who? You realize that we are in the dead-ass last place that somebody that plays for Barcelona would come? This guy earns like 10 times what we have on an annual basis. And he earns it per week. So that won't work. Sorry, man. Going back to these guys, I think I want to invite them. Yeah, that's just the way that the save works. And to be fair, it's a common theme. People barging in here, and it's either I want to sell you digital assets or assign player XYZ. We are in Malaysia here. So, yeah. Borneo is not exactly known for attracting other players persistently. And we don't have any money. Okay. So as a scout, he's not really that interesting. All of these want to be scouts, don't they? He wants to be head of youth development. I doubt that. We have a good one. Yet another scout, but that one person here... Oh, a goalkeeper. Yeah. He's the one with really good scouting ability, and apparently he wants to scout Malaysia. He has knowledge about Thailand too. So that's not too bad. I doubt I need him as a goalkeeper though. I don't know. Fine, he's first choice goalkeeper. And we would use him as player scout, but that's still... What the hell is it? Yeah. So say he was player scout. Okay, let's, I don't know, offer him 100. Doesn't want to. This is a bad goalkeeper. Also wants to be a scout. Well, we're looking for a physio, so... Or a sports scientist, or both. It might be some sort of bug that resolves itself at some point, so I will just leave the ads running. But if worst comes to it, we might need to go through the entire season like this. And then, well, we will need to adapt the training schedules and all. The ones we just invited, a bunch of goalkeepers and others. Sure. physio? It's 2. He has 3 points of sports science. Nah. Like, I would heavily take a 5 or 6 at this point. But that doesn't make much sense. Oh. Well, he's new, isn't he? So he's under contract till 2026. He has good crossing, good pace, and, well, in general, the physicals are fine. A good jumper, which is rare. He doesn't play in a position that we need right now. That said, who's second left back right now? Sink. So in comparison to Sink, I think this would be a slight improvement. And we can still try to loan him out. Well, we weren't really successful with that, but... That said, he's a foreign player, and I think we are out of foreign player slots. Or there's one left or something. Let's have a look. Squad registration. Oh. First of all, we need to register these two. Still. So we have a maximum of 9 foreign players, we are at 8. We can sign one more, and that's it. So, do we want to do that to a random left back that, well... I guess he's not considered to be a real left back. You want a German? I'm not sure if we have the choice, man. Have a look. There's nobody in there that's German. Who the hell are you? That would be nice, yes. Definitely not. Like, no way. Yes, but you will be disappointed. So... It's medical. This is all the physios. In fact, it's more than I expected. 76. I think I offered the like, as I said, I tried this. I offered the contract to like 40. But sure, there might be somebody in here that's also a player. So let's go to general and is player. Nice try. I think the best guess we have is going for those that are under contract with another club. He's a physio with a whole whopping 4 points for 140 euros, and he would expect 150 to be head physio. So that's, from his perspective, that's reasonable. He's cheap. Yeah, that's a similar thing. I mean, I guess we can try. But... we do have a fitness coach, though. So, funnily enough, we don't need that. Where is it? This player here. There's none. We can just do it like this. There's 2 people in here that are also players. One of them is a scout, and the other one is on trial with us and also is a scout. And both of them do not want to be scouts, by the way, right now. They want to focus on playing. So I don't know what got into the board. Going back to this guy, though. So he pulled his hamstring. He's entirely out of shape. But I would argue this is a vast improvement to our squad. He's very well-rounded. He doesn't have a brother, apparently, or it doesn't show up here. He's never been to Malaysia. Yeah, so, I don't know. We'll do a short break, and then we will find out if we want to sign this guy. So, the staff situation I cannot really resolve. So, see you in 30 seconds. let's answer some questions. Starting with, does the current the current fitness coach want to be anything? Well, he's certainly not qualified to be either of them, but I don't care. Let's give him a new contract. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to us. So, that's about it. That solves the affair. I think the only one that's willing to work for us for a prolonged period of time is the goalkeeping coach, and well, we fucked up that negotiations. So, question. Do we want this guy? In comparison to Diego, this is way better. Public relations officer, obviously. Kevin Grosskreutz. That or a club icon for professionalism or something. No. Honestly, I want to know, yeah. What's his job? Sure. He probably likes going partying with them in the clubs. We will not talk about this. So, in case you're not aware, Kevin Grosskreutz in Germany is known for, I guess he was kind of a workhorse on the pitch, back with his time at Borussia Dortmund. And after... Was he sold? I think he was sold. I'm not so sure anymore. He made the round trip in Germany, going lower and lower through the leagues, with a scandal following him every single time. So it included, I don't know, food being thrown at supporters of the club, and being at a club with 17-year-olds from the club's youth and stuff like that. Also, no performances on the pitch anymore. That's not correct. Never mind. It was thrown at the ground, not at the supporters. I don't know. It's been a while. So, yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. Common misconception. So, what do we do with him? I think this is probably one of the better players, if we can get him. We also don't have the money for him, and he has half a year left in his contract, so we will make an offer and try to loan him. I will get rid of this, because I want to play him like I want. So that will include a Ukrainian defensive midfielder, as well as a Russian central midfielder. The international sign for peace, basically. These two working together. If it happens. They want him to be played as a box-to-box. Maybe we guarantee central midfielder and... Well, yeah, okay. In half a year, you can probably criticize me. Don't care. Just go away. Also, he will return from injury, so... Hopefully that's good. He's somewhat interesting, but not really interesting. Yeah, he has a tattoo. True. Just still jumping topics, going back to Kevin Grosskreutz. He is world champion because he was part of a world championship squad without ever getting used, if I recall correctly. He doesn't want to come over on loan. What a pity. I would have loved that. That's the other Zakaria, not ours. We don't care. So our Zakaria, by the way, is on 75 euros a week right now. We will probably need to extend his contract at some point. Or at least try. We're looking for a head physio. 4 weeks, no applicant. Mine. We paid like 200 euros a month So I can see why. We loan him out. Great. That's not that interesting either. I don't know which one it is. This one? Not this one. There's too many people called Gilherme or whatever. Hell, there's even one with... I'm not even gonna ask. And you're safe. And you're safe. Okay, I think we met somebody like that previously. Well, if he's in here in the list, I can't seem to find it. So chances are he's been released or something. What about the wage budget? Well, turns out we still have some ways to go until we are out of the negatives. But things are starting to look better. We get some minor money here. That's the other Zakaria, not ours. Okay. I shouldn't have fired all of our staff. That's really horrible. Also, basically all of our youth team is listed for loan and nobody wants them. So that tells you a lot about the quality of our youth team. We'll see. Maybe throughout the season somebody wants to sign senior squad senior squad members it is. Words. Okay. So we sent Choo Choo around to find loan targets. And apparently there are none. Well, there are a few, but there are none that we are really excited about. I guess we could loan him, actually. "20 years old, somewhat fast, somewhat good. In comparison to Mazrin. Jumping reach 1 to 3. Obviously, yes. This is exactly what we're looking for, right? Nah. Like, the free kick taking is interesting. Gotta give him that. Yeah, high heels. He'll be great running with those. We also have central defenders now. I think 3.5. Fuck me. 4 to 8 days with a pulled groin. We didn't even get a message, did we? We didn't even get a message. Well, I guess I should be happy that it's not more. Yeah, seems like it. So where were we? Loan targets. If I look into the squad planner, hate this menu. All the trial lists and stuff in there. So this is not perfect, but we could do with a striker, obviously, but we can't afford one. So say we look for a striker here. That's listed for loan, like anyone. Position is natural, that's striker. Then we have a bunch of people that we don't know about. And one person we do. I guess that's a positive to trade and the personality, but that's about the end of it. I can't. I can't spell his name, give me a second. Transfer history, where the hell is Azamuddin? It was last season, so I guess he left us here. Might have joined here. Here. He's a scout now. And apparently his wage demands are very similar to whatever we know of. So, nice idea, but that's about it. So, a striker I might get here, but I don't know. I'm not looking for a striker specifically, apparently. Right winger, we got that covered. Let's get rid of this shit. It will just be in here again next time I enter this menu. Summaries here, yeah, that's alright. He can remain here. This is rubbish. Same as this. Don't know why they are in here. Mendruk is on loan with us, so that's okay. He's also transfer listed by request, so we might have a chance. And this is fine, same as this. So I don't know, Mendruk doesn't belong here probably, and neither of the central midfielder positions. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't want him here. He can't play a pass. But I think we got that covered more or less. Somebody else will be able to slot in if worst comes to it. That's okay. This is all bullshit. Mahazir, yeah, well. In worst case, I would argue, that's fine. We have too many right backs, actually. And at least Nizam belongs on the short list here. So that's okay. He doesn't. And we don't need him, I think. Central defenders, so all of this stuff may be on some sort of short list, but I don't want it in this menu anymore. And now we can see that we have 3.5 to 4 center backs. Which is great. I very much appreciate that. Please keep me posted. The left back position I'm not that happy with, but I'm not sure if we want to strengthen the squad there. This whole crap can go away. So, what position needs strengthening right now? What's the most vital one? In the table? Well, that can't stand. This is not what it's... Well, then again, let them be there. They'll fuck it up at the end of the season, don't worry. They always do. So, what position is vital for low knee? I think I would love somebody with high flexibility. No, versatility is the word, right, in English. Somebody that can play more or less all over the pitch. I'm starting to get ideas. I'm not sure if I just want to have the personality in the squad or if I want the player. I guess it's a bit of both. So I'm not quite convinced that Kamarudin is really that good of an addition. I guess he would be interesting. Yeah, the physicals are... He's in decline. You know what? We'll do this. I will, can approach to sign him. Oh, he's on a youth contract. I will not do that. So, I will not guarantee anything here. We will make him a squad player, and they want him to be left defender at least. And they want us to pay his wages? Are you serious right now? No. So say we play him as a left defender from time to time, okay? They insist on it. I'm offering €2 a week. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, apparently we need to pay for this loan. Still alright. In addition to the squad, that will hopefully have a positive impact on the personality, which reminds me... Well, this is bullshit. So... we can probably let this like it is. Think gets high influence, that's alright. Guti... He was resolute. No! I hate it. So apparently we lost some of the professionalism already on this player. Great. We still know that he has a moderately high professionalism, but yeah, that happened. Can we just set this up just for professionalism, or maybe... I think we have a central defender with a trait. So let's do that. Was it him? But Ahmad is resolute, so I want to keep him out of this mentoring group, right? Okay. So he plays short, simple passes. And that's fine for all of the central defenders. They are all crappy at passing. Great. Now let's have a look if there's a professional or resolute guy in here. There might be a few, given that we signed some. The fairly pro Selvarai, the fairly pro Chinsio Sum, Zacharias professionalism. So there's moderate impact on Selvarai, but that doesn't matter much. Yeah, he doesn't belong here. He's from the under 18s. He will go away. Malik, maybe? Is he on a permanent basis up here? No, he isn't. So we need somebody with a weak foot. And at young ages. Isha, for example. Okay. He doesn't belong here either. Ahmad does. And he has a very weak left foot. Yilma does, same. Alright. But there's no impact on them. I'll leave it like this anyway. We will need to figure this out on the fly at some point. And I need to do another break. BRB. Turns out the players are starting to be unhappy with the amount of training they need to do. Quickness training and so on. We should also throw these in the under 21s to reduce training and, well, demands. Elbow check still out for 4 to 8 days. Didn't we manage to skip forward a day at least? Okay. The menu just got revamped for no reason whatsoever. That's not how it looked last time. That's also, by the way, this has been in Football Manager for years. The home screen rearranging itself all of a sudden for no reason whatsoever. Not that I ever touched it. It's just, it feels like it should be something else and then it does this. The squad needs to be decided. Okay. So all of this is fine. Under 21s don't contain any player anymore. And the under 19s do. So whom do we include? Well, everybody just not on loan, right? I don't think I have much of a preference. 37. I don't know. Let's confirm this. We added a few players. Under 21 player list has been submitted. There's... Why? Register them all. Yeah, that's better. Can we also do this in the under 21s? There's nobody in here. So, if there's nobody in here, we cannot really register anyone, can we? We could try. Haha. So, we register everybody that is part of the under 19s for the under 21s competition. If we go back to the under 19s, they still are registered for the other competition. So I guess the under 19 plays both. That's how it goes? Okay. So, somebody wants to loan Rusty. That's good for them. I like Rusty. Just don't want him back. Training. Apparently Badrul Hisham trains really well and he's wanted by armed forces. Okay. Wow. I guess my question is, do we want to set a target for the youngsters at least? I don't think Mod Jalil will accept anything. He trains well to a degree. That's weird. Doesn't matter. I'd rather not praise that, and Zacharias' training is lackluster given that he's a pro. Elbok just still is hurt, so yeah. Will we criticize Yilma? We'll criticize him. Yeah, I think that could work. Alright, so what kind of training target do we want for him? He doesn't really need a trait. Okay. We said 7.0. He's unambitious though. He might argue that this is too high. Oh, he thinks that's fair. So we want a 7.0 training target from him. Great! So now we do the same for Amat, obviously. Well, not yet. Shane Thomas Baru? Sure. Okay, he doesn't want the target. Harsh Sink maybe does. He's fickle, that will be a funny conversation. Okay. Same here, 7.0. He likes it. So I like it. There you go. Alright, no target for you. 5.85 on the Indian guy. Okay. Same here, 7.0. He likes it. Fantastic. Carlos da Costa Lima. We'll criticize his training too. And we will give him a 7.0 target too. I like this. Why do they go for 7.0 all of a sudden? Last time we tried to give him 6.5 and they hardly accepted it. That's not good either. Fakrullah 6.05, Christopher not good, Jalil, well, not Jalil doesn't accept anything. And then it's fine. So we have a bunch of targets all of a sudden. Yeah, that will probably be the thing. I think that was off stream. One of the assistant managers that is available is the one that we renamed Jaron Nullet, by the way. So he's still around. We could get him back. The only problem is he also wants 400 euros a week. So just everybody thinks they can get some money from us all of a sudden. And the board thinks we do not need to pay our staff. It's not me, it's the board. I'm not to blame. Willie goes back to Malaysian University. Well, it's no going back. He's never been there. Up until now. Bye! You are free, Willie. You can go. So far, there's much less injuries. That or I just can't get reports for it. Guess there's just no reports for it. Diego returned from injury and El Bakchak he still has 4 days to go. Oh. That's my bad. That makes more sense. Okay. Who's gone here? We might have loaned somebody to some other club. It's not Malik though. I'm seriously considering promoting Malik to the senior squad immediately. To try to include him in the mentoring group, maybe. And keep him up here on a permanent basis. We do not have that many central midfielders that can play. So I think that makes sense. Where's Diego? Here. And I think I'll also include some match practice here. I'm really hoping that with the change of the month or something, the entire staff wages situation sorts itself out, but I doubt it. And I have no idea how to deal with this. So we lost 10k this month, including the friendlies. Let's have a look at this. Income, well, it's last month now, was 5k due to TV revenue, 11k due to gate receipts, some grants, not that much. So they are still behind, so I like it. 11k on player wages. Staff wages is 4.4. We spent 170 last season. So chances are we will not reach that this season. And scouting costs are also kept at a minimum. That's good. Player wages went up a little bit. Well, yeah, we signed a few, right? I figured it out, yes. Fucking hell. He lost all of his positives. Can you see this? Less ambition, less professionalism, less sportsmanship. Okay, I don't care about that one. And less determination. But less ambition and less professionalism is really bad. And he's not even part of a mentoring group anymore. Where the hell is he? Booty. Should probably sort by age. There's no traits in here. And Severai would be the only one to be influenced, so that's bad. This doesn't work, because apparently Chin Siu Sun is not an influence on either of these players. For whatever reason. So let's include a few here. Okay. So Severai would be influenced, but he's another player, so he will not be in the squad for that long of time. Harsh Sink. Sink would be influenced by Chin Siu Sun. I guess there's worse things than him learning how not to use his weaker foot. So we can leave that as it is. But we need an additional player. Preferably one that we don't care much about. With a weaker foot that will remain in the senior squad. Was this Amat? No, he's resolute. What's the influence there? There's no influence on him. So there can only be positive influence on Harsh Singh. Amat might learn how to avoid using his weaker foot, and the goalkeeper doesn't care. Alright. Do we have other players that need to go into one of these groups? So these two are unambitious. Yilma as well as Isha. We don't care about Isha, so we will open a balanced group. And we will include Yilma. We will include Yilma. Here. He's the target. Now we need players with high influence and balanced personality. Or better. So the old ones, I guess Mochalil would be fine too. That said, we suspect that he has a really bad personality, so maybe not him. Diego is also known to be a bad boy. Let's use Elbak, Chucksdale, and Ankun. They have high influence on the group, and apparently Yilmaz doesn't care. He might not understand them. Any ideas? These are all balanced. Does any one of these have a trait? No. So I'll include Machalil for fun. There's no influence, no way to influence him. So it seems like Yilmaz does not understand anyone. Great. So we keep a balanced troop. And we keep Machalil and Ankun in here, because why not? To be a positive influence on Baru, Mazrin, and Harsi, who are balanced themselves, basically. I can't see the positive effect here. No. So we'll throw this out. We'll leave it like it is. We want a player in the squad that has influence on the rest of the squad, preferably. And there comes a new youth player, so that's not bad. He'll be in the senior squad, actually, though. So, yeah. I would want a player that is a professional or a resolute or something like this, and that is a senior player in the squad. He will get a squad number. He wants number 2. Okay, so Badrul Hisham can leave that to somebody else. Badrul Hisham can have number 13. Who was number 13 prior to that? Well, who knows. It's gone now. We will... Oh, we will need to unregister some random youth player. Like... him. Great. Do we want Ankun to welcome him? Definitely not. We want somebody that is a professional to welcome him. To Ankun him. So... that's the wrong one. Perry doesn't do it. Fine. So let's not welcome him at all. I don't care. Board says we're doing well. I'm not so convinced. No friendlies down here, but, well, doesn't matter. Not really. I'd rather not for them to get hurt. And looking at the staff window again. Absolutely nothing changed. Well, okay. So we'll try to process a little bit and I will do a buffering break. BRB. Also, I should unmute myself. So, I'll just start out again. This is about recruitment for the new season. So apparently we brought in a few players, all of them on trials or for free or whatever. So that's alright. We made some money in comparison to where we were previously. Small scale, obviously. But the new affiliate club is good for that. So they still pay us to play some of our youth players. For whatever reason. And they can keep them. While on the other side, I'm hoping that we can actually get some decent signings from them. So this is all good. Everybody's listed for loan. Yeah, no surprises there. This is the transfer history in particular. I think this is the first time since I managed this club that we... No, that's not true. We made some money on Willy, but there's barely anyone that ever got sold or loaned out that we made some money on, so this is a positive. 2 players are apparently listed for loan. Or attacking midfielder, Ahmad. Not sure if I want to keep it that way. Let's take him off. He'll remain here. And Harsey. I doubt that this will happen. And actually, I do not want to let him leave. I think we'll keep him. So that's fine. Recruitment focuses. So it's still suggested that we sign an additional goalkeeper because 2 goalkeepers are not enough. I disagree. And we look weak in attacking midfield on the right wing. Are you kidding me? We have a ton of players there. So we'll have a look at that though. How about a 22-year-old goalkeeper that doesn't know how to command his area? So... River Plate. Okay. Well, the rest of it seems really interesting. Good agility, good reflexes. One-on-ones are shitty though. Never really played there. So we'll offer a trial. Who knows? But he'll probably decline. And then I will not send Chuchu to Argentina. So what can you do? Obviously he rejects it. Samri is now with Bukit Tambun, which is 1 league below, so I'm okay with this. We will not face him. And I removed him from the shortlist because, well, that's it. Shamsuddin, very similar story. Doesn't matter. Mochohar, I can't really remember that person. Kamarudin's around now. That's good. So he's a bit on the slow side. But in general, I think he's not that far off from the senior squad. And we have no idea about any history of injuries or something. I also think we can play him basically everywhere in the defensive area. He's not that good with it yet, but we'll get it. So we'll see. Maybe he will convince the fans that he's a good signing after all. Just due to the personality. That said, that's yet another 18-year-old with no match practice whatsoever. That comes in and hopefully trains well. Well, he didn't train at all so far. We could try to include another friendly somewhere. But the biggest concern is still about the staff. There's just no way around this. And I think we did place ads for physio and head physio and sports scientist, and well, there's just nobody willing to come. And I can rant on about this for however long I want. There just isn't anyone. Okay, he's a scout, so I don't care. He's a physio. Mercenary physio. And we can pay 50 euros. Maybe we need to free up some wage budget or have some money in the transfer budget or something. I have no idea. So, if there's any secret to this and anyone knows, please let me know. But staff budget is not, like, the amount of wages that you can pay for the staff is not tied to anything. Not to anything that I can influence. Maybe to the overall amount of money in the club, but that increased and didn't decline. So there's no sense to this either. Sometimes I think it has to do with my own contract and my own wages. But I earned 300, so not sure. No applications for the recruitment analyst. Chuchu wants to be chief scout, so that's unsurprising. We knew that. Information of players out on loan. No performances here yet. Okay, so he's gone. Which means we don't care about it anymore. We do not get any applications for a set-piece coach or a goalkeeping coach. Not that it matters much. We just have these to find out if we can get stuff at all. Who are you? And we get another another suggestion for a lone player. Same as last time, chances are he will not want to come. Says he's fairly susceptible to injury, the amount of money is interesting. Looking at this, so assuming we play him as a winger. Mentals are a bit lackluster in some areas, but I think he's still way better than Baru. It's not that much. Vision is better. And overall he's a little bit faster. I would argue that's not that far off. His passing is way better though. That might have some impact. So going back to the squad planner. Why is this a thing? So there's Baru, Guti and Da Costa Lima. We can obviously bring in a Russian winger, why not? Do we still have a foreign player slot? Squad registration says there's one left. Shall we try? Is this worth it? Anyone's got an opinion on that? I mean, in theory, we can also play him as a right back, if it comes to it. At least once. He's very small, but reasonably fast. And his passing is really good. Why not? They want money for him. Are you kidding me? No. Thank you very much, we will not pay for him. All of a sudden clubs think we have money. And Terengganu paid 6.75k for a player named Jamil, formerly employed by Sembilan. Okay. Nobody wants to be coach. Alright. Baru is unhappy with the high volume of quickness training. Well, there's too many physical sessions for his liking, apparently. This is a bad central defender. You remember that guy? The realist that is outspoken, volatile, and confrontational. So, horrible personality. No history whatsoever. He's 21 years old. And apparently he gets into the opposition area. Also, not that impressive, is he? He's been listed for loan, though. And, well, the work rate and the physicals overall are okay. It's not what we're looking for, though, is it? So, I'll skip through him. There's another Zakaria that is a central defender that can't jump. Go away. Somebody wanted me to sign a striker. This is a striker. He's been with PDRM though, so that's a negative, I guess. He would be part of the foreign player stuff. He does speak Malay though. I think we'll offer a 2-week trial. Maybe he's good. Dot. Yeah, great and all, but I don't want to loan him. Thanks. Ghazali. Let's offer a trial. Okay, and there's this friendly. We will skip over this, as always. Mies wanted me to sign a striker. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. I was going for younger versions of a striker, if any. No application for a sports scientist. No sharpness whatsoever in the squad. Might. But then what do we do with Elbok? Also, Elbok is younger, by the way. So... might. In 11 goals in 22 matches for PDRM. To be fair, PDRM suffered a lot last season, so 11 goals in 22 matches is a pretty decent result for him. Elbach achieved similar things for us. I think it was 12 gold in 20-something matches. Huh. Alright, let's get into the training. Weirdly enough, less people hurt themselves so far. And Magnanimity is amongst the top performers in the preparation. It just doesn't matter because there's no match experience to be spent. Yeah, but... So, not to be an ass about it, but looking at this, I will not spend another 300 euros per week on a striker just to play a different formation. Doesn't make sense to me. In a 4-4-2, I would need to get rid of Zakaria, for example. I don't think that's a good idea. I would need to play Mendruk, I guess, in central defense. He's not really fit for that. So the argument basically is the squad is optimized for this, more or less. Well, we can argue about Zakaria in the 4-2-4. What does that look like, though? Kind of confused by this right now. What's 4-2-4 on a pitch? Who's strike? Well, that doesn't change anything. Well, it changes the wingers to attacking wingers. Yeah, but then I guess we can pull Ankun back one spot on the pitch. But Diego still wouldn't really fit in there. So obviously we can try to loan him out again. But for now I expect us to play like this and, well... hopefully retain control of the match most of the time. Play a patient passing game and maybe create some chances alongside it. There's none. No applications ever. Just none. We will need to do a whole season without a physio. And hopefully they change it afterwards. So that means we loan him out. Theoretically. And squad numbers need to be determined. I think that's fine. Leave it like this. Who is Sabri? Okay, goodbye. So all of this adding players that got released to the shortlist feels like more of a distraction, to be honest. I realize that this is a way to do things, but okay, we won 6-1. He managed to score an own goal. But their right back also hit ours. We should probably focus a little bit on the tactical side of things. Looking at all of this. So let's try this. We also have no data analyst. Can we find staff anywhere in the world that is really cheap? We could just say we remain in Malaysia. We'll look into Liga M3. Their clubs, staff, and skip through these. Maybe there's somebody here. No. So we're looking for somebody that earns 50 euros or something. Like this director of football. But we don't need a director of football. We need something else. And back at it. Do we have a league below? That's a cup. So no, we don't. What are nations around Malaysia that have theoretically really cheap stuff? That's not what I'm looking for. So we look into Indonesian League too, I guess. I will try Nepal immediately afterwards. So these are all fucking expensive. 8. Now we only need to convince him. Okay, he has 4 points of physiotherapy. Yeah, we did. It's the same for everyone. Do we want a physio that has 4 points of physiotherapy? I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Why? We can offer 50. There's even a chief's... Holy fuck! No, not yet. Same here. So everybody wants the same amount of money, apparently. There's a fitness coach here that works for 25 in Indonesia. We offer a contract. He's not interested. Okay, that's better, I guess. A goalkeeping coach, why not? We don't need a goalkeeping coach. He's better than ours, though. We don't need a goalkeeping coach, so let's try to offer a contract to him. Never mind. Percy Bow, don't care. Get another one. So apparently we need to go to Nepal. Alright, let's go to Nepal. Are there any clubs in Nepal at all? Clubs, well, that's a very interesting list. We have no staff whatsoever, so nope. Well, the idea was nice and all, but I think the nation might need to include a league, actually. Yeah, they don't have any staff. Do they? What's close to this? Yeah. Same here though, there's no league loaded. Well, I can't load this league. It's not part of the database, so apparently there's a manager here. And the problem is I can't flick through these in an easy fashion either. So I need to do like this. But they have a manager sometimes, that's about it. That does not seem useful. So, assuming only nations that have competitions loaded, we look into the loaded competitions menu, I guess. Where is this? Add remove leagues here. So, Argentina, probably not. Australia, unlikely. Belarus, Brazil, what's close to us? China. Hong Kong, maybe? That will probably be more expensive, though. Singapore. Sure. Do you have... That's not cheap. Okay, nice talking to you all. Let's try South Africa. Clubs. There's even 2 competitions here, so why not? Holy fuck. I cannot afford these wages. So we go 1 league below. That's not much better, is it? For 50, I mean, this is Wales territory. Yeah. $100 for a physio. Stature is not big enough. There were another 2 for 100. Not that we can get them, but this is also not stuff we're looking for. 75 month to month. He's director and coach. Okay. Doesn't want to leave, it seems. Why would that be? Just because the club belongs to him. There was another one on 85. That's a fitness coach again. So let's try Hong Kong. Yeah, like this. Sure. The Hong Kong Premier League. Nope. 220. These are all more expensive. Oh, amateurs? Amateurs. Sure. We want you as our... In fact, I would like you as our head physio. I expected as much. Lol. Also the level of infrastructure and standard of living in the country. So we will ask somebody that has no concerns about the standard of infrastructure in the country. Or the standards of living. In Wales, obviously, they do not have a standard of living, so we will ask these. Somebody will feel insulted, I'm sure. Look at that. A manager that works for 15 euros. Apparently the standard of living in Malaysia is lower than in Wales. What a pity. there anywhere that they don't have standards of living? I mean, at least the wages are way lower. But that won't work. Physio. No, I can't think of anything. We could ask was oh, he's only a director of football these days, isn't he? Can we ask the director of football for recommendations? We can't know that he's no longer a player, can we? No. Oh, sure. Somehow. Who the hell is that? That's great. Not what I'm looking for. Hmm. Here. That's considered to be a forward. Sure. Huh. Do we want to sign a Chinese winger that can play on both wings? That apparently Elbach is very fond of. We just send a scout there, who cares? That will probably cost us 2.5k. Then I will be pissed at myself again. Oh, that won't work. I think we will need to focus on the season and forget about all of this physio stuff. There is no medical department anymore. Well, there's a doctor, but that's about it. Nah. Just a friendly. Back here, the transfer window closes and we'll have no idea. Nobody wants to be technical director either. So, honest question. Can we save some money here by loaning players out? Well, it's too late now. Obviously, we could apply for a job somewhere else in the world. Then again, it feels unfulfilling. We promoted them to the first league. We managed to get the financial circumstances somewhat in order. The projection actually says we can remain in this league now. So I would be okay spending 200 euros on a physio and maybe 200 euros on a sports scientist. Maybe one additional bunch of money on a coach. So that would be a vast improvement to last season, given the amount of money we threw out of the window. But I shouldn't have fired all of the staff at the end of last season. So that was a fault. Should have been more selective. Then again, better to not have them right now than to have all of them. Well, I guess I could get rid of them one by one. Still, so in general, I like the direction. I just don't like the way the board went. No idea what's happening there. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do a short break again. I'll be back in a minute. Hi. So, I found bread in the kitchen. Baked, it smells and it tastes like it's been in the oven for 4 hours instead of 2. For some reason. Don't know who would do something like that. I'm not sure, Jaron, about... I don't think so. I think this is set for the season. It has been determined at the start of the season, and I might have rearranged the circumstances overall to be like this. I don't know how and why. I could ask for a new contract in hopes that it resets. So maybe that's an idea. So, we'll ask for a new contract. And I'm not sure if I want to increase my own wages or if I want to decrease them. Maybe I just want to remind them that I have new wages. Oh. I will get a new contract. Okay. So, who are you? Sure. We agree you deserve greater job security. No, it never did. So the way it works in Football Manager is, and that's this. Here's the deal. Somebody take a calculator and aggregate this. That's my job. It's 2,172. What's the easier way? Look at finances and base wage. It says 2.8. Probably threw out €1,000 or €2,000 of staff wages at the end of last season, and the wage budget didn't budge. So that can't be it. Also, this makes sense. It's approximately 2,200 in base wages. So the rest is bonuses. That is appropriate. Well, also, I just had a look at no, it's not appropriate. So there's a difference of approximately €600. That's the youth players. That's a bit much, but still, it makes some sense. So I do not think it includes the staff wages. So just stick with me for a second. One would assume that given that I played this game for like 10 years or something, I would have recognized at some point that staff wages are part of the wage budget. In fact, I always complained about the fact that they aren't. I would prefer to have a budget for that too. We could, yes. So we will keep all of this. Wage budget is the same. Shall we try to increase the wage a little bit? I guess for additional job security. And we reduce the job compensation. I don't care if the wage drops if we go down. This is a contract negotiation as I'm used to it. You basically can't negotiate anything. The employer is of the impression that this is the appropriate contract and that's about it. You can't change it. You can make suggestions to feel good. So we will accept this. And obviously there's no changes because there has been no changes. Now we have an interview. I'm very delighted. Still no changes. So it has nothing to do with my own wage. Or at least this didn't reset it. You gotta be kidding me. We brought in a lone player that sprained his knee ligaments immediately after coming in. Okay. I learned last season that low bonuses are really bad, so we will keep him at a normal range. That's all. All of these contracts expire at the end of the season. So, let me ask like this. Do we want to keep Ankun at the end of the season? Well, he doesn't want to leave anyway. Diego does, probably. Yeah. True, but if we want to make money on them... Then again, it's probably better to keep them for the season and determine whom to sell in the middle of the season, in the winter transfer window. Well, no. In fact, the entire shortlist sucks. Like, I realized that the shortlist can be useful, the released players shortlist, but given that we can't scout those, well, we can, but we do have a hard time scouting all of them. So we have opinions on most of them, and it doesn't matter much if they're on the shortlist or not. The messages, though, are really annoying. So I will do what any reasonable man would do. I will get rid of the released players shortlist if I hit the right button. But enough of this. So now we have an actual candidate shortlist and a random shortlist that contains a bunch of other players for whatever reason. He didn't want to come, did he? Well, we scout him, cool. And Diego's hurt again. With a pulled hamstring this time. Thanks, I realize. Oh, the committed spending and the current spending is exactly the same, so that's good. We should loan the Costa Lima to somebody else, apparently. Mendruk is under a transfer offer? Oh. So now that we loaned him, other clubs are aware that he exists. I guess the question is, he never made a single appearance for us. Do we want to offer a contract to this guy? We can sign him at the end of his contract. How much does he earn right now? I mean, I guess for 120 this is still a steal. But on the other hand, we don't know, he might be really shitty. We'll find a replacement in the youth. I really don't want to. This is way too early. So we'll face him in the league at some point, but I don't think we want to. Baru doesn't like the quickness training, yeah, I recall. Megamanamy's language course is down to 30 weeks, so like he's still on basic level though. I'm not even sure if we'll keep him. Same with Da Costa Lima. Having faces for the players is nice. I like that. I'm glad I did that. I also might have removed the old version of New Gen along the way, because it wanted an update for FM24, so yeah. The possibility to create faces for FM23 is gone. I guess we will stick to this save after all. This crossing is really bad. Well, the improvement in pace wasn't needed. I don't really see any purpose in reading through these. Sure, let's play Mechan. Oh, I have another idea. About the staff. It's a really stupid one though. So, from the perspective of employment, if not for Chuchu, the worst place to have a job is not our own club. It might be one of our affiliates. Never mind. They have a physio. He's on a month-to-month contract. He doesn't even get paid. He's somewhat cheap. I offer you the biggest bonus I can. He wants 120. Here. You get an additional big fat bonus, whatever happens. That's too much, apparently. Exceeds maximum bonus. We'll just try this. Of course. Right. So, theoretically speaking, we could try to lure stuff in with additional bonuses, but that won't make up for more than 10 euros, maybe. In theory, though, performance-based is a good idea. I'd rather pay it at the end of the season if we did not get relegated than paying it throughout the rest of the season. What happened here? Okay, tactical. Cool. Zakaria returns to form and training. I need to get used to this face now. I think his skin color was different with the egghead previously. Not that it matters, I will get used to this, but... So, his training as a halfback is a little lackluster so far. His vision improved though. We don't even coach him on that. So this is one of these contracts that I would really want to renegotiate, to extend in general. I'd actually pay some money for it. That said, chances are we will, first of all, not get an extension done. And second of all, we will probably not get better conditions than 75 euros. So the only thing I can imagine right now is renegotiate this at the end of his current deal. So hopefully he doesn't hurt himself throughout the season and he makes the 15 matches. We do not get relegated, have him for another year, and then, yeah. Then we will need to try to renegotiate it at the age of 19, and, I don't know, throw 400 euros at him. His performances are not that great yet, but I expect him to be the best player of the whole club. So anyway, that's really great. McManamy also trains well consistently. I very much like that. As does Chin Siu Sun. His communication went up, well, that's a positive. So let's throw all of these out for a second. It's just a friendly tomorrow. Shall we watch it, by the way? We didn't watch a match in a long time. Oh, some of them have some sharpness. Well, that's good. So we'll play him. Why not? So Korea's more or less sharp, so Mandro can play. Which means McManamy can play here. Amata, I guess? Right back. No, Yilmaz. I guess Yilmaz first choice these days. Bakrula and Carrier played a lot. Mahazir didn't. Faisal Ahmad. It's Ahmad and Ahmad. Okay, that won't be confusing at all. Or Sink and well, I guess he deserves it. How are these two strikers? Well, apparently he's a decent player. We don't know about the wage demands just yet. As a pressing forward, he would suffice. And he's Malay. Or he speaks Malay, he's Malaysian, I guess. So, what do we do here? He wants to be star player. We need a replacement for Elbakchuk still. And the maximum we can offer is 275, so no. What about the other one? He's not that much of a pressing forward. That said, he's not bad either. Holy shit, that vision. He's a poacher. I know somebody that would like him. Okay. This all is okay-ish. We still have a foreign player spot open, so he wants to be star player too for very obvious reasons, and I think we can ignore that. If we do not sell Elbakchuk still all of a sudden, I don't think we will. So replacement striker will be one of the youngsters because we don't have any money left over. And given Elbakchuk still's rather lackluster finishing, this will be yet another point for concern. Ooh. This is one of our youngsters. He's unhappy with the volume of the quickness training and all. I don't want to change that. Which reminds me, what about training intensity on all of these players? It's all on double. Okay, so it's automated everywhere, which is fine. 2 players injured, Diego as well as Kamarudin. Diego still has a pulled hamstring, and Kamarudin is out for 4 to 7 weeks. I guess the good part about that is he's just a backup player. We might have loaned somebody with high susceptibility to injury or something. Not that I would know. It's not possible to purchase him at the moment. I don't want to purchase him. I thought about loaning him. Let's have a look at this. We paid approximately 1.5k for scouting him. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh! The Liga kicks off. Selangor versus Terengganu. There's matches on this planet, I think. So obviously we will scout this. Then we'll figure out that this costs even more. A draw. Alright. And a boring one at that. Physios. Nothing changed, man. Sorry. We can offer 50 euros to head physio. Obviously including a bunch of bonuses, because why not? If we make it all the way through this competition, you can earn a golden nose. I'm not even sure if that's a saying in English, probably not. It's a common phrase in German. To earn a golden nose, yeah, something like that. Okay. Can't afford more. Not good enough. If we had somebody that would work for 80 or something, then maybe. Like her. It's just not good enough. Even 60 or 70 might make a dent here. We lost to Mahan. Wow. Which reminds me, given that we're poaching for staff anyway, Mahan have no staff whatsoever. None. Okay. They train themselves. Let's think about that again. So what's with Kushing? You pay your employees. Are you stupid? One doesn't do that. Ah, I see. Does everyone have this kind of loyalty? Yeah. So it's about the rivalry here. Which means Sabab probably won't consider that either. Just look at that. They pay 1.5k to a technical director. Okay, it's all about the rivalries here. So, I had a look in Liga M3. Might as well try the rest of this league. That would be great. 85. The performance on the league is not concerning. We didn't start playing yet. Apparently Johor DT have 50% of their staff department staffed with Spanish people. I'm okay with that. Why not? This all... We can't afford any of this. Oh, we can afford him. Yeah, true. So... I mean, I guess we could pay Chuchu. Or throw him out, really. Not as if it matters much. Did we spend too much money on these? Is this what's happening? I don't think so. So, Journalogy brought up that we might want to extend the contract to decrease wages. Did you have any particular player in mind? Looking at this. Yeah, it's basically everyone's contract runs out at the end of the season with the exception of Mod Jalil and Elbukchak still. Yeah, well, some of them run out in the middle of the season. The highest appearance fee. So we pay Elbukchak still 70, but this contract has been extended previously. Yeah, the agent wants additional money. I think 800 euros every single time, so I'd rather not. There's a whopping 25 euros here. I think we can ignore that. Gucci could be renegotiated. Oh. Thanks. Good idea. That's not that much. Diego. Why? Here we go. Goal bonus and a clean sheet bonus. So, it seems like the highest bonus is on highest bonuses overall are on Diego. And then there's a 95 euro assist bonus on Harsi. Diego though has high wage base wage. He's also hurt right now. So there's two ways to go about this. Either we extend his contract, or we still try to get rid of him. If we push him out of the squad for an additional season, we will need to find an additional box-to-box midfielder within 5 days. It's 75 euros per appearance. But I'm arguing here that the contract in general is, rather high. Goal bonus, assist bonus, and appearance fee altogether are somewhat high. The loyalty bonus is more or less done. So we could try to sell him or loan him out to save on all of this and find somebody that we don't pay. Or not much. That means we need a midfielder though. So I guess the question is, can we come up with a central midfielder that would be an appropriate replacement? Diego's agent. How? There's no agent. So he would be willing to stay, but he's open to talking to other clubs. Same on loan. So let's be a bit absurd with this. I'll try to offer him for loan in hopes that somebody comes and wants to employ him. He's hurt right now though, so that might be impossible. And our next highest bonuses are on Harsey, but the appearance fee is really low. It's just about performance-based stuff. 95 euros and so on. That's it. So these might have clauses. Yeah, he gets a 1 year. He gets a 1 year extension after 5 league games. He'll make those. So basically, his contract is until the end of 2027, if he doesn't break a neck immediately or a leg, for whatever reason. Let me grab a glass of Coke. Yeah, think about this once more. We'll do a 30-second break, BRB. Hi. Yep. The thing is, Elbokchuk still didn't want to... He didn't want to sign for lower bonuses. So, it's not like we stood... we had a choice there. I'm thinking... Let's go through all of these and see if we can get them to sign for lower wages or lower bonuses. If they do, good for us. If they don't, then they don't. And I think I'll start out with him. So we pay him 75 right now. He's a foreign player. The minimum is 70. That's it. I want to get to that minimum. Even if it's just 5 euros. So, but if you came for the first match of the season, yeah, we might get there. On the other hand, we waste money throughout the entire season if we don't resolve this stuff right now. He doesn't want to have a new deal. Cool, next. Baru. And I will sort this by, I don't know, skill, I guess. So, we start with Ahmad. There's nothing to be done here. His contract runs forever and, well, we barely pay him. And that's fair. He's barely worth anything. Good personality, though. Alright. Ahmad, the other one. 70 euros a week. He does get a bonus. His contract will most likely be extended at the end of the season, and there's a clause that we need to get rid of. Also an appearance fee. So we'll try. Oh, he wants a loan move. He's on 70 right now, and well. So I don't want to find a loan move for him. I want him to play in the league actually. I'm asking what's his agreed playing time was future prospect, so we remain with that. That's okay for him. He still wants 75. So assuming we can get rid of all of the bonuses here, that would be a plus. So we set this to 70, get rid of all of this shit. You can't have any of this. But your contract has been extended, that's okay. And we will include a 25% wage drop in case we get relegated. We just saved €5 and some appearance fees. Okay. And we made it to 30. Question. So this is a youngster. We don't know if he will develop. We just now we have him on our, I guess, bound to the club for an additional year. But he would have made that anyway. Given this clause, we do not need to pay an increase in wages. So as long as we play him and he develops somewhat, that's fine. Otherwise, it's a waste of money, but we save €5 at least, and the appearance fees. And the no increase, well, the increase clause is gone now. So I guess the question is, do we want to slap on an additional clause to extend his contract for another season at the end of 27 then? In case it comes to it? Well, if he's still around and we play him for 15 matches, why not, right? So we'll try that. Yeah, he accepts. So either he's a very loyal person or I don't know. So we extended his contract by a year effectively and we saved €5. Great. Harsh Singh. Singh is on a youth contract right now and I do not want to change that. There's no bonuses here, nothing else, so I'm okay with this. Carlos da Costa Lima, he's already on minimum wage, given that he's a foreign player. And this all seems fine. We could set this to 15 maybe. And try to increase the wage drop. Okay, so he's a future prospect. We set this all to nothing. So that extends his contract. We do this. We do a wage drop of 50%. And an optional extension on top of that again. He says we're very close. Alright. So we'll remove the optional extension. He probably doesn't like that. It's usually about that. Or let's try setting this to 30 first. Keeping that one. It's about the optional extension, isn't it? That's fine. Alright. It was about the optional extension. So now we have a higher relegation wage drop in case it happens. We basically triggered the 1 year extension immediately. That's not that big of a concern, but at least in case we get relegated, his wage drops a little bit more. That's fine. Baru, he's on 85 right now, so we would need to get him as low as we can. And in particular, the bonus are rather high. 35, 90, and 25. Did I bore you to death already? Between 120 and 160. Lol. So, we will talk to him. Baru wants to be a squad player. Right now, he is an emergency backup. We'll go fringe player instead. He won't like it. There's a lot of interest from somewhere else. Oh, okay. He wants 150. I will not even negotiate here. Fuck off. So Baru might leave at the end of the season, or maybe the end of next season. What's with this guy? Bandlal Pekka Guit, or something like this. So the bonuses need to go away. I can't live with extending his contract, even though he's very susceptible to injury, but we just talked to him, so he doesn't want to. Kamarudin is a loanee. Chinsiu Sum. Great question. The base wage is too high. Otherwise, I'm happy with him. Obviously, he's highly susceptible to injury, so this is a risky move. I do not expect him to develop much either. But if we get this down to 70, that's still better. And backup is fine. He wants 130 though, so that won't stand. And chances are this will not go well. No, it doesn't. So in theory, maybe we get him down to 90 or something. I'd rather not do that though. That's not worth the risk. Badrul Hisham doesn't have a contract. I guess I could try, but he wanted 150 or something. Carrier is basically on minimum wage. He is bound to the club until the end of the year. We guaranteed his future. That's probably not worth it, is it? That's a good contract. RC. He's on 85. Between 120 and 150. So let's talk a little bit. Fringe player, okay. His current contract is 85, yes. Nah. That's too far off. Even if I start out with, I don't know, 75. That's way too far away, that won't happen. Lee McManamy, he's on 70. No use doing that. Mahazir, cheaper. Mazrin's way too expensive. But he wants between 240 and 300 right now. So 140 is probably still fine. Wants to be important player too. Right now he is considered to be a squad player or a regular starter. So say we agree with that. He's an important player. I can't afford that. By the way, the agent hates me. Wonderful. He's as cheap as he can get. Mod Jalil is bound till 27. I could obviously try to extend his contract, but yeah. We have our doubts about this guy. He's new. It was as cheap as we could get it. Diego's listed for loan, so maybe we get him away from the club entirely. Norman Ankun is probably really expensive. But he doesn't want to leave at all. And, well, we would need a replacement for him immediately, so that's highly concerning. Then again, looking at his performances overall, I guess it's a positive for the club. Pakrula was rather cheap. I doubt we will get a better contract. Zakaria doesn't want to do a new contract, and we did a new one with Jack Still, otherwise Otherwise, he would be with Terengganu these days. So that's it. We might save 5 or 10 euros. That's all I can get. We did try though. Sure. We'll make these two available. And apparently we lost to Mahan. Next match though, that's a league match. 3 away matches at the start, if I recall correctly. So... wow. That could be worse, couldn't it? Ouch! What kind of striker is this? We have a 16-year-old in goal. A central defender that can't jump, well, the other one can. Okay, so he's fine. Maybe try to mark him out of the game, but he has low dribbling, low bravery, low strength, so probably foul him off the pitch. Same with him. And he has good passing, so we'll mark him out of the game, and given that the off-the-ball movement is only 7. Similar in both. We basically could try to mark both of them out of the game. Basil, it's even easier. It's just the question of manpower here. Zakaria suspended. Yeah, so foreign player league rules might be a problem for us this season, given that we maxed out the amount of foreign players in the squad. We will have a problem with the lineup. Okay, Diego's injured. Zakaria is suspended, so I guess Mendruk makes an appearance. Straight from the start. Ankun is not really doubtful. Seems like we have our problems with the position though, because we train him back there in defensive midfield. Should have done that for the entirety of the preseason. Can't change it now. It is what it is. Box-to-box midfielder. Well, if Diego's not around, what about McManamy? That's very doubtful. He's still one of the better choices though, in this situation. So we'll try that. Alright, who's next? So we have a problem with McManamy here already. Due to being a foreign player. There's no doubt that Elbokchak still needs to play. Apparently he has some problems with his role as a pressing forward. I will take that off. He gets hurt way too much. Don't want to risk that. Baru seems somewhat fine with his role. Training performance is way lower than our standards though. We could obviously try the Indian guy. He's new to this. He's somewhat fast, he doesn't know how to cross a ball though. Can he pass a ball? No, he can't do that either. So that doesn't seem like a reasonable choice, which means, well, then there's Da Costa Lima. He's number 1 replacement at this position anyway. He trains well. We take him off the specific quickness training in hopes that he doesn't hurt himself. Can't really say much here. So there's that. How fast are the opponents, in particular the left back? Their left back is Mamad. He likes to push up a little bit. He's rather fast. Defensively, I wouldn't say lackluster. He's okay. This is a really horrible color combination for somebody that has problems with red and green. Alright, in goal. So Mochalil and Chinsiu Sum for some reason get closer together, according to the star rating. Chinsiu Sum trains well, if I recall correctly. Yes, he does. So we might actually start the backup. He trains well too, 6.3 already. I'm impressed, Mr. Mochalil. So we'll set him on the bench. I think at least. What else? Well, left. Parsi, maybe. The opponent plays a formation that is a little bit more congested in the middle. Don't really know what to say here. In general, winger on attack is fine, yes. So, Mazarin out here. He does not focus on wingback on support just yet. Which reminds me, I wanted to adapt this to all of the formations. So even in that formation, I want this to be wingback on support, and not here though. So we keep it like this. Thought process here is, on support is probably enough to drift forward from time to time. He was very aggressive last season, so maybe we wanna cut that back a notch. Yilma, Ahmad, well, not Ahmad probably, or Badrul Hisham. How's Yilma doing? Not great. Doesn't deserve to be on the pitch. Hisham, very well, as always, so there's no reason not to play him. I think it's totally fine. And we will have a look at the central defenders immediately. I need to do a short break. BRB. Okay, so central defenders. We have Carrier, Fakrullah, Ahmad, and Mahazir. Funnily enough, I think Mahazir is not as bad as it looks at first glance. He doesn't train well though, and he's brand new to the club. So I think he's one for the bench in this situation. Fakrullah and Carrier is basically the standard setup. Cool, we didn't train him. So that's on me. Fakrullah played on the right most of the last season. There's no reason to change that. So I did put Carrier there for some reason. Yeah, doesn't really train well. It hardly matters though. I do not think we need a no-nonsense center back here anymore. Not in this formation, so Carrier can play here. That's alright. And then the other formations doesn't matter. We can also play with a central defender in both cases. Okay. Ahmad, the youngster has some time to think about his training performances and all. Kamarudin's hurt, so I guess that means Sink will be on the bench. Right back, yeah, Yilma. Not like we have much of a choice. And then we are more or less out of options, aren't we? Baru, Ahmad, Christopher, Wait. The two strikers can't play here. They're not registered. So let's throw them to the under-21s. I guess Ahmad will make it to the bench after all. Medruk is somewhat tired, but that doesn't matter. So now we need to make sure nobody gets hurt. We need to improve match tactics a little bit. So I will do an additional match tactics session here instead, or not. We could include team bonding here to decrease intensity. And the physical session here can go away too. Well, maybe do overall there, community outreach over here. The rest session here is still needed. I guess we had lower amount of injuries, so we will keep it like that. Okay. All the match practice though, I think we need that for sharpness to retain at least some of it. Yeah, and hopes are the first match of the season goes well. Also, transfer window will close, so if you have any last wishes for the transfer market, feel free to share. It will probably be something like, I want a striker. There's somebody available for loan. That is really good. That's not too bad. Nazarudin. Does anyone know a player named Nazarudin? Just can't remember. He never quite made it with us, did he? Jeffrey. Jeffrey's available for loan again. Very interested in being loaned to us once more. Shall we bring Jeffrey in once more? I don't think so. We replaced him. He's also very susceptible to injury, so not sure. Also, we were looking for a striker. So the striker department is more or less deserted. It seems. There's a... whatever that is. Nobody interested in a loan? That could play as striker. Gotta be kidding me. Him. Effendi Rumley. A fairly professional player that... well, I think we have appropriate replacements within our own youth. Doesn't look like we need him after all. So, this is it. Maybe Selamot. He's really horrible on the physical side. Huh. Pressing forward probably won't hurt. Alright. I think we'll keep it like this. There's the option to include somebody else to be captain. But I think these two are more or less appropriate. We'll keep it like this, not to upset them. Isha scored twice. Must be the name. So I'll put him on pressing forward training too. Also praise his training. Great. Oh, he turned out to be a natural. I think that's new. That's good. So now he's a natural in left back position. I like that a lot. He did play in the youth apparently. Nobody wants Diego. Okay. We'll remove him from the shortlist. Fine, he'll remain here. So that means... Where did I put his playing time, though? He expects to be an important player. Nah. I just won't change it at all. Malik turned 17. This is somewhat important. He's one that's likely to be played at some point. Very likely. The Costa Lima trains well. Yilma. Do all of them train well all of a sudden? 6.55. His current training rating is 6.6. It's not on course. Okay. I want to respond. Transfer window slams shut on first day. I don't know about new deals. Maybe we will do a final one. Do we want to slap anyone into the under-21s match? This is 2 days prior to the match, so a maximum of 45 minutes for sure. Amat, Da Costa Lima, and Singh would be available. So Singh's tired. That's not an option. Da Costa Lima and Amat might both be needed, but I think for next match maybe we can play them for 45 minutes. That should help, at least Da Costa Lima. If he doesn't get hurt. I don't have a comment to make here. So Da Costa Lima's deal has been extended, which means we pay him less now per week. I think 5 euros it was, so not that much. These two strikers leave us. Da Costa Lima's contract has been extended. No application for the coaching. Squad registration will close tonight. Ankun is now perfect in central midfield. That's unsurprising. It was his core position after all. Same with McManamy as a central midfielder. Box-to-box midfielder though, not his primary thing. Baru... Still pissed with the quickness training. Silverai. He's unhappy with the standard of technical attacking coaching. What the hell are you going on about? I see. Whose job is that? Why would we do it this way? I can also just do all of these myself. So... Sure, let's keep Modaris in here. So I can improve performances overall here. And head of youth development can help with everything to decrease workload. He carries it around the cones and stuff. So that should help. Under 21s don't have any coaching anyway. Yeah, that's fine. And the general coaching... That's all good. Okay. What now? Nizam's gone. You gotta be kidding me. Kelantan signed Nizam. Oh, I should have done it myself. He earns 90 euros there now. Well, now he's gone. Matt extended his contract too. Okay. Not interested. We'll go into the season with the youth. So we focus on the out of possession phase, attacking free kicks and defending corners. The whole set piece thing is done by the head of youth development. Okay. We'll leave it like this. Penalties are fairly predetermined at all. I guess it's Diego and then it's Harsey. Why not? Okay. That's that. Is anyone here listed for loan? Want to take them off in case they are. And Mendruk will join Terengganu. Okay. So they certainly have a lot of confidence in him. Diego would be somewhat available. I don't think he will be. Mavi's contract has been mutually terminated. That's a former central defender of ours. He has left Perak and now he's with armed forces immediately. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess we will face him. And the transfer deadline has passed. So we will register everyone. Did we forget anyone? That looks like a bunch of players from the under-19s only. The rest of them are around, so that's fine. We will confirm this. That's it. So, there's a few deals done here. It is expected that approximately 1,000 tickets will be sold for our match against Kelantan. Not in our stadium though, so we will probably be accompanied by a single supporter again, and that's me. Zakaria has trained really well. So now we go into morale management mode. Sadly, Zakaria will not be on the pitch. He does train well though. Jin Soo Sun is on an 8.0 training rating. So assuming he survives playing from time to time, hopefully he progresses a little bit. We'll set him on long throw training, I think. If I recall correctly, Zacharia's likelihood to be injured was really low. So that said, he can't take penalties, he can't take free kicks. I could set him on specific training for strength and jumping reach, for example. Or composure. But he'll probably develop despite that. So Percy trained really well. No doubts about anything. Elbow chuck still, for him this is good. He had his problems in training recently. Decision making's a bit off, anticipation is a bit off, so in general I would like him to improve his attacking movement. That said, I'm really concerned for him being hurt. So let's not do that. Mazarin. Let's train him. Praise him, never mind. And I will not criticize all of these. They are new to the club or hardly had any match experience. And well, Mod Jalil. You know Mod Jalil at this point. There's no prior match to be praised. There's no form to be praised. We can go about the conduct. So I will skip through all of these players and praise their conduct, given that the season hasn't started just yet. And we will do so whilst having another break. BRB. Still in the process of doing so. And we had nothing but positive reactions so far, given that we didn't talk to them about their conduct in quite some time. Fagrula's determination went up. Also the jumping reach. That's good. He's just in decline for some reason. To be honest, I think he has problems with adaptability so far. Barrier declined recently, sadly. We will need to make good on that. He might make an appearance from the bench today, Azir. Mazarin, well, hopefully he will get through the season just fine. McManamy is also doubtful, as always. Mendruk will join Terengganu, sadly. Well, Jalil, I guess I can praise his conduct, yes, not his training there. And if I criticize him every single week, he will just start complaining. Yilsov, I don't know about. Harsh Sink. Good conduct. Yilma. Same here. And I think I started with Zakaria, didn't I? Maybe not. That's better. 6.6. He might get to the 7.0. I'm at 6.95. That's not too bad. Also increased work rate and stamina. Good conduct on him too. Badrul Hisham's training rating as well as conduct are excellent. So we might as well tell him, hopefully that's not praising him too much. Fair enough, we talked to him too much. So that's it. I will not skip through the rest. Okay, we have some tactical concerns here, but in general, seems like we could have a result. So let's go to tactical adaptations, opposition instructions, and then do the first match of the season. And if you have any ideas or additions to the tactical approach for this match, feel free to let me know. So, the expectation is that we attempt to avoid relegation from the Liga Super and be competitive in the Cup. There will also be a ton of contracts that will be extended once we play the players too much, which is fine with me. Barely anyone's hurt so far, so that's good. I think we have 2 or 3 injuries. Given that we do not have physios, this is definitely a positive. Okay, yeah, not much advice. I guess we are missing scouting and an assistant manager. We do a mid block. We try to stop crosses. Pass the ball around with higher tempo. That seems reasonable. This should be close enough. Shows a gap here, but there shouldn't be much of a gap. Hopefully McManamy can do a decent box-to-box midfielder. Not sure if that's a good idea. It is what it is though. And, well... Yep. But Yilmaz is on a 6.05 training rating. And Badrul Hisham is on a 7.85. So I'm willing to take the risk here. I bet that at least he gives it his all. And, well, I guess I'm hoping Yilmaz will reconsider his stance in training. We will probably bring him anyway at some point. I do not expect Badrul Hisham to play well throughout the entire season, and also, he's on a non-contract. He's, I don't know, skill-wise, there's barely a difference. So we'll go with the one that trains well and has better tactical familiarity, but that's really a coincidence though. Thanks for the feedback anyway. It's an interesting idea. And apparently, given that we do not have a replacement as a striker, we actually are graced with a grayed out striker named Yusuf. Alright, opposition instructions. So, seems like we are lucky, and whatever the name of the right back was that we didn't sign, he doesn't seem to play. First of all, this guy, I hate that. That color combination is horrible. So, low bravery, low dribbling, first touch is okay-ish. Composure is okay-ish, so closing him down, probably not. Off the ball movement is a bit off on 7. And we can probably... Is this a case of marking him out of the game as well as tackling him hard? Is this what's going on here? He's rather fast though. Okay. It's been a while since I did this. Tight marking on a striker. We barely ever stand a chance of doing that over here. Good crossing. Dribbling is alright, bravery and strength are weak. I would want to show him to the inside, that said he can pass a ball too. Off the ball movement's really bad though. So... I guess we show him on the weaker foot. And his composure is rather low. His first touch is 6. So, as much as I want to tackle him hard, dribbling is too good. We'll try to trigger the press on him. Usman is right-footed, runs with the ball down the right. Yeah, basically a box-standard dribbler. We gotta be careful not to foul him. And tight marking is probably not a good idea. That said, his composure is low. So, maybe triggering the press on him again. Freeing, 11 points of passing. Mohammad, 9 points of passing. Fasail, 11 points of passing. We can mark Fasail out of the game, if we want to. And I seem to remember he's rather weak. So tackle him hard, mark him out of the game. What's with the other two? Off the ball movement is okay. Similar stuff here. I think we could try to mark them tightly too. In particular him. His strength is really low. He has no dribbling, no bravery. This is a case of a hard tackle at least. Not sure if it's a case of a tight mark. Besides of the ball movement is way worse than the other twos, so we'll stick to that. He gets forward whenever possible and the crossing is appropriate. That's it though. Strength is low, but dribbling, bravery are not that low. I'd rather not go in hard here. This one's passing is so shitty, we do not need to mark him at all. And it's very similar for him. Mazar, passing is free. So I think we can also still not mark him tightly. I know he can cross a ball, and the same here. Let's not do this. Marking these tightly is an option. So yeah, we'll do it like this. What's with the goalkeeper? The goalkeeper is good commanding his area, good in communication, likes one-on-ones. Kicking and throwing are a bit off. That said, it's still better than the central defender's approach to passing the ball, so I'd rather for him to distribute the ball short, which is entirely possible within this formation. We do not close down that much. Alright. Let's submit this. Match squad must not have more than 5 foreign players. There must be no more than 4 foreign players in the starting. Fuck me. So we have too many foreigners in the squad. Now we're getting into trouble. He's not a foreigner. He is. So we leave Ahmad at home and bring Diego with us. Now, we need to get rid of a foreigner. Whom though? Should have thought of that. So, say we play Baru for Da Costa Lima. Okay. That means... there's still a bunch too many, right? If we throw Da Costa Lima off the bench. Yeah, you know what? I guess we need to get rid of Mendruk. So say we keep him. And we include an under 19 player all of a sudden. Where is Malek? Welcome. Wrong player. Was looking for Malik. Here. He's under heavy match load. So I guess Malek it is. Congratulations. We signed too many foreign players. This is how it is. Because I'd rather not get rid of the goalkeeper, neither Elbok Chucksdell. Megamanemy is not, well, I guess he's debatable. The match squad must not have more than 5 foreign players, not including Southeast Asian players. Currently it's 6. So we need to get rid of one of the European guys. We might replace him with a Southeast Asian player though. Anyone here from Southeast Asia? I guess Ahmad. So Ahmad for Magnanimity? This is so horrible. Is this Southeast Asia? Yeah, that works. Okay. So, yeah. Apparently the youth will play from time to time. And Malik needs a squad number, of course he does. He gets number 25. Because why not? Submit this. He's nervous for some reason. So if Elbakchuk still starts out nervous, we should probably give him a team talk that is appropriate. And Malik is nervous too. Well, no surprises there. Alright. Where's cautious here? Some of them seem to be a bit more relaxed. We will be very kind, go about this cautiously once again, and encourage them a little bit. That said, do I know of any of these players that they are very resistant to pressure? Percy enjoys big matches. Baruch should so too. Okay. So these two enjoy big matches. That didn't work. Ahmad hates big matches apparently. Ankun enjoys big matches. So we will tell Ankun that we expect a performance. No reaction. Malek hates big... well, there's no notion of it. Mazrin. No notion of big matches. Carrier. He hates it. That's why he's relaxed. Fakrula enjoys big matches, so we will tell him to show up and perform. But Rul Hisham, same here. As you can see, it didn't work so far. So maybe I did something wrong. We'll stick to it now. I'm done with the squad anyway. And we will cautiously encourage the rest. That helped a little bit. Alright. Ad break, first half. BRB. Alright, let's go. First match of the season. And apparently we signed too many foreign players and need to sign more players with Malaysian nationality in the future. So, yeah. Maybe it's a good idea to loan one of these out, but the transfer window's closed. I missed that. It is what it is. So, Journals will probably have the youth players on the pitch more often than not. Congratulations. We stumbled into it on accident. There we go. So we try to play possession-based football here, basically with a balanced approach and more or less. This should be our standard formation for the future. We are not used to it though. That said, the opponent seems to have problems with their signings. There's not that much quality in the squad, at least according to what we had a look at so far. And Ahmad intercepts. It's funny. Ahmad can now be on the pitch just because he's from Brunei, I think. Ankun, good pass for Baru. Nah. And he hurt himself immediately. Gotta be kidding me. He will need a physio coming on. Well, there's no physio, man. He's still on the pitch though. We'll keep him there. Nice header. No nice header. It was a nice cross though. But Rul Hisham. It all seems a bit static so far. Carrier. Good pass. Ankun. Good pass too. But Rul Hisham, will there be a cross? Skips past the defender. There's a cross. Elbakchuk still. Oh! He hits it slightly wide. You can hit it next time. So, low amount of chances so far. Elbow check still with the free kick and he hits the wall, sadly. Here's the physio. Must be the opponent's team though. That contributed the physio to Baru's injury. We don't have one. RC. Oh, that's dangerous. Very dangerous, in fact. Okay. We're somewhat better. A free kick. Taken by Usman. That's way past the goal. Apparently our general tone of encouragement didn't really work. Badrul Hisham, Ankun, Badrul Hisham again with a cross. RC. That ends up with the keeper, sadly. And Malek is apprehensive. So we need to encourage them. Luckily, Zakaria will be available next time. I think he's just suspended for this match. Badrul Hisham with what they do. Headed outside. Any observations so far? Other than us having decent expected goals in comparison to them? For now. Is this a chance? Apparently yes. Yellow for whom? Who did get a yellow card? That's Malek. Okay. So Malek's yellow card is concerning, obviously. We'll tell him to ease off tackles. Who's our free in? Central midfielder. Alright. So we might need to... Well, we can do a few things. But we might need to change formation to bring another player on the pitch to make it worth a while, or just to keep Malek on the pitch. That's really concerning though. Ankun. Decent ball, Badrul Hisham, short passing, Fakrullah. A central defender with a nice penetrating pass, or not that penetrating after all. Baru. Still Baru. Just a corner. Let's encourage them, maybe they can score after this corner. Sabah took the lead against Perak. 2-0 actually. RC. Yeah, that's no good. Take the ball off them. Badrul Hisham with another vital header. Whew. Otera. That might end up as yet another corner. No, it doesn't. Oh, bad intercept. Well, it's a good interception. It was a bad pass on our side. It's not offside. And Chinsio Sum needs to fist the ball away. That was an easy save to a degree. Still, we shouldn't have given the opportunity to them to take the shot. Portera, Carrier, well defended. First attempt at least. That's dangerous. That was a good chance for them. We were a bit unsorted. Alright. So we will go for revenge this time. Who didn't play well? 6.5 on Harsi is not good enough. Baru 6.6 is not good enough. Ahmad can do better too. This 6.5 is concerning, but I don't want to fire him up too much. This. Not happy with any of your performances. For the rest of you, you can do better, and I have faith in you. And in Malek's case, I think we want to tell him... Where's Calm? I don't know. Play it calm, man. Don't get another yellow. We do have the option to bring Diego in defensive midfield, or Mahasir actually. Mahasir wouldn't be bad. So, we'll keep Malek on for 5 to 10 minutes. More like 10, most likely. That was a vital tackle. Shouldn't have hit the player. Due to the yellow card, this is always dangerous. Alright. We also... it's too late now, but I wanted to encourage them. Wow. Wow. Did you see that chance? What a shot by Harsey and what a save by Ahmad. That should have ended in the back of the net. Ankun. Picked up by Harsey again. Ahmad. Easy pass by Ahmad. Harsey. Baru with the header. Well, that wasn't really that threatening, was it? 90% of passes completed, by the way. So, yeah. Not much to say there. Minute 57. We will take off Malek, I think. He played long enough, and Maharsir can replace him. He's also a Malaysian player, so that should be fine. Give him the talk. Well, he's new. That's a good pass. That's an even better pass. And that is a really vital tackle by Badrul Hisham. Apparently he does not only just train well, he also plays well today. Usman Mohammad again. Is it again? I should probably look if they subbed anyone. Usman, still problems on the left defensive side. This Usman Puritan is dangerous. They didn't sub anyone. So where's Usman? Here. We do try to trigger the press on this person. But he's off tackles. So I'll take that off. I think Mazrin is too far away from him. Lets him cross too much. I'd rather take the foul sometimes. At least that's what I say now. Okay. No big concerns. Let's encourage them again. We are away from home after all. In general, positive reactions. Suhaimi, Arifin. Badrul Hisham doesn't close down the winger. That's bad. I guess I can be happy. Let us try to funnel the ball into the center of the area, though. We do not really stand a chance closing them down out there. So maybe we can funnel the ball a little bit into the middle of the pitch. We do have we do have one defensive midfielder as well as two central midfielders there. So hopefully we can turn over the ball in these situations. That said, first of all, we need to defend this for the remainder of the match. It is a bit shaky. And we have 23 minutes to go. Any ideas for tactical changes? Dangerous. Even more dangerous. What a save. So that's what happens if we funnel the play into the middle of the pitch, apparently. Either we face crosses or we face long shots. Well, it wasn't that long in this situation. Well done. That's a chance for Barjou maybe to pick up the ball? No. Ahmad's also tired. We need to sub players. Okay, so we can bring on Diego. He's not that fit yet. But for 20 minutes, hopefully it will suffice. I don't expect much. We do need to replace the central midfielder, though. The alternative would be to play Guti. But Guti will probably need to replace somebody that is... Well, he needs to replace a foreign player, doesn't he? Or is there... there might be replacement rules, I don't know. Then that's it. Diego is probably the better choice anyway. So we'll do that. Somebody else. Harsh Singh for Mazarin? Mazarin is motivated. He's on a 6.5 rating too, but I think I'll keep him on. I do not trust Harsh Singh to make that much of a positive impact. We could bring Christopher for Harsey. Harsey's match so far is okay, but not impressive. Or Guti for Barjou. He is rather fast. We'll do both. So Christopher is an inverted winger though. Apparently he forgot that he is. And we might have a problem with foreign player rules here. Or not. Okay. Score the winning goal, guys. You can do it. Also, encourage the entirety of the squad. We want the win. Or do we? Portrera, they did sub somebody. I need to have a look at this right after the scene. Yakin, another cross. Alright, let's have a look. So we didn't concede yet, that's a positive. Who's Yakin? It's a decent central defender that can actually pass a ball. Well, he's not that decent as a central defender. So now they have problems with jumping. We will float the crosses and play down the wings in hopes that we can get additional crosses in. Cross towards target forward and more often, please. Same here. It's on already. Okay. What about them? Yep. Yep. These don't have any instructions, and crossing more often is probably a bad idea on them. Ankun, though, can't cross a ball either. Still. In case it comes to it, please go for elbow chuck still. And Diego can't jump. So, we tell him to get further forward. Where is it? There. Does he have good off-the-ball movement? Nah. We just want him to be in the penalty area. So we commit a little bit forward and hope that we have a second person in the penalty area that can head the ball in. Well, he has 3 points of heading, so a bit doubtful. We also have one last substitute, but I'll keep that in case somebody gets injured. And I won't change the tactics much. But overall it's a match of low grade chances. We didn't concede yet. Hopefully it remains that way. That got blocked. Diego Goody maybe? No? Ah. I was hoping for more. They push up way higher now though. Free kick, okay. He's offside. 7 minutes. Mamad with a throw in. Nothing happened here. Goalkeeper with a long ball. Mazrin doesn't win the heading duel. Come on, Diego. Close him down. He doesn't. That's well intercepted by Ankun. This is our chance. This would have been our chance. Guti is somewhat fast. Here's a cross. Christopher. Oh. It's just a corner. Well. One of the last chances to create a chance, maybe. That didn't work. Neither did that. Ah, he's way faster. Easy. 2 minutes to go. Well, let's wait for the end of the scene. Guti, Badrul Hisham, Fakrullah. Good passing. Well, we didn't really create that much space, but we retained possession, so there's that. Elbow check still. By the way, you can see here the back three. Given that Maharsi plays as a halfback. That's new. To our tactical concept, I guess. Mazrin, Diego. Good pass. Christopher, nice technique. It's not a penalty, it's just a corner. Last chance to sub anyone on. Alright. Let's risk it. Carrier is tired. Ahmad is a great jumper. We have a corner. Let's give it a try. Hopefully they trained this. Where is he? That's elbow check still. That's Badrul Hisham. That's Ahmad, yeah. Oh, we were targeting him on elbow check still's header goes somewhere. Nowhere close to goal though. 2.5 minutes. Good header. Guti again. Christopher. Elbow check still. Ah! In the end now, we can complain that we had the better chances, can't we? Christopher, it's another set piece. We might have a chance. Come on. Nope. And Ahmad pushes Modyakin. I guess that's alright. Ahmad, last long kick of the match most likely. Now we just need him to concentrate here. 55 seconds. Don't let him have another chance. Well intercepted by elbow check still. In general, I think his performance as a pressing forward, 6.9 right now. Guti was offside maybe? Didn't control the ball at least. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's really dangerous. What a tackle by Mazrin. And what a fail by Ahmad. I guess the youngster needs to train more. Hopefully he will learn from that without conceding additional goals and we lose the ball again. Vital interception by Mazrin again. Mahazir, Mazrin, Christopher, and that should be the match. Ooh. That was something in the end. Even if it ends up as a draw now. So Elbok still didn't score. Nobody did. Still 7.0 rating. Badrul Hisham, 7.1. This is fine, isn't it? We get a point. If we get a point most of the time, we probably won't get relegated, and this was away from home, so I'm happy with this. That's a positive. Let's be positive about it. Alright. So that's the result for today. We also had 60% possession. Expected goals was more or less a wash. It turned out like this in the end. And Maharsir made his debut as a halfback. I think that's it for today. I wish you all a very nice evening, and we will see each other on Monday latest. Thanks for watching. Bye!